this video tutorial, we will see how to print number triangle pattern. Let's move to Visual Studio Code and execute this pattern. We can see here, in this pattern, every line begins with space character. The space characters are gradually decreasing from 8 to 0 line by line. 8, then 6, then 4, then 2, and 0. These space characters are appended with number characters. These number characters are gradually increasing line by line from 1 to 9 in the range of 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Along with every number, there is a space character is appended. We can divide this pattern into two parts. Let's type code to print this pattern. Declare and initialize a variable 0. We are going to use while loop here while I less than 5. Here 5 is nothing but the number of iteration which we require. At the end of every iteration, we are going to increase I value by 1. Our I value will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. At the end of fourth iteration, I value will become 5, 5 less than 5, condition false, and our iteration will stop here. Now for this type of pattern, we required one nested while loop with two variables. We are going to use j is equal to 0 and k is equal to 0. Nested while loop j minus 1 less than I into 2, and at the end of every iteration we are going to increase j value by 1. So here j value will start from 0 up to 8. Let's understand the logic for this condition. Here j minus 1, which is going to give us minus 1, less than I into 2, which is going to give us 0. Condition is true and it is going to iterate this inner while loop. Then 0 less than 0, condition is false and it is going to stop the first iteration. Now at the end of this iteration, I value is becoming 1. So for the second iteration of the inner while loop, j minus 1, which is going to give us minus 1, less than 1, then 0 less than 1, then 1 less than 1, condition is false, and inner while loop iteration will stop here. For the third iteration, I value will be 2, starting from minus 1 less than 2, condition true, then 0 less than 2, condition true, 1 less than 2, condition true, and 2 less than 2, condition is false, and our iteration will stop here. In the same way, this condition is going to execute for remaining iterations. Let's print the logic. Here every line begins with space character. We are going to combine two space characters here. In the first line there are 8 space characters, then 6, then 4, then 2, and 0 that we can achieve by subtracting I from 4. And in the same line, we want this 1 to be printed. For that we are going to use this AND without any value. Now let's print the first half of the pattern. Print j plus I plus 1. This is going to print the first half of the pattern and separate with the space character. Now here is going to print all the characters in the same line. Let's see that py triangle dot py. We can see we are able to print everything, but it is printing in the same line. To separate them and to print them line by line, we are going to use an empty print method. Print it again. You can see we are able to print our first half. Now let's try to print second half. We are going to use if condition inside this nested while loop. If j is greater than half of the length of the line, we are going to achieve length of the line by dividing I into 2 divided by, which means the length of the line here is 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. So that we are going to divide by 2. So here I into 2 divided by 2, the result is I. Then print second half and separate it with single space, else print first half. Let's print this pattern. We can see we are able to print first half and second half with the stars. So replace these stars with the logic. We are going to use I into 2 minus k logic to print the second half. Run this file in the terminal. We can see here the output is the 2, 4, 6 and 8. One thing we need to do here, we need to increase k value with 1. So print this pattern in the terminal. We are able to see this is our required triangle pattern. In the next video, we will see another type of number triangle pattern.